Good morning. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Petaluma High School's class of 2013. My name is David Stirrett, the principal at Petaluma High. Please be seated, students. First, I want to thank our band members for that terrific opening, directed by Mr. Cliff Eveland, and our choir members under the direction of Elizabeth Robertson. I first want to introduce some board members who are present today. Ms. Sherry Schlabowski, Mr. Mike Badley, Mr. Troy Sanderson, and Mrs. Mary Schaefer. And we also have our superintendent, Mr. Steve Bowman, and members of the Petaluma City Schools Cabinet, Midge Hoffman, Mr. Dave Rose, and I'd also like to welcome and recognize our administrative team here at Petaluma High School, Ms. Debbie Richardson, and Mr. Bennett Hawley. Yeah, Mr. Hawley. And also our crack counseling staff, Ms. Terry Schmidt, Fran Nolden, Molly Guerra, and Mr. Juan Harrigy. And seniors, we and you wouldn't be here today without our classified staff and teachers. Teachers, would you rise and stand while you are applauded by the students? Thank you. All right, I'd like to ask Monica Hernandez and Evelyn Espinoza to come forward to extend some welcoming remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. Welcome, students, families, and friends to the 2013 graduation ceremony. We are here today to celebrate the senior class of 2013 and our many achievements. We have worked so hard to get to this day, and we can now say that all of our hard work has finally paid off. We are about to start a new chapter in our lives, but we couldn't have done it without the people who surround us. Gracias a todos por estar con nosotros en este día muy especial. Let's take this time to give another round of applause to everyone who has helped us to get to this day.
Estamos aquí representando a los estudiantes bilingües. We're here today speaking on behalf of all bilingual students here at Petaluma High School. No solo hemos tenido oportunidades dentro de la escuela, pero también ha habido beneficios en el mundo fuera de la escuela. Ser bilingüe nos ha ayudado a aumentar nuestro círculo de amigos, dejándonos relacionar con diferentes grupos de personas. También hemos sido capaces de ayudar a otros estudiantes, padres y profesores.
Al principio del último año, sabíamos que el tiempo volaría rápido, pero no nos imaginamos que fuera tan rápido. Sin embargo, aquí estamos. A lo largo de nuestro viaje, hemos tenido muchos partidarios a nuestro lado. Nuestros padres han estado allí para corregirnos cuando hemos cometido errores y han estado para felicitarnos por nuestros logros. También no se podría haber hecho sin la ayuda de nuestros profesores que nos han apoyado a que hagamos nuestro mejor esfuerzo. Y por supuesto, no hay que olvidar a los amigos, con los que hemos compartido muchos recuerdos, buenos y malos.
Our high school years are over. We are finally graduating. A partir de hoy, nuestras vidas van a cambiar drásticamente. We will all go our separate ways and follow our goals and dreams. Some of us will start college in the fall, travel the world, and serve our country. Vamos a comenzar una nueva etapa en nuestras vidas. We are starting a new beginning. Everything we have been taught will help us in one way or another as we face the real world.
We will all leave our own mark here at Petaluma High. We are not the people we were when we first came here. Hemos crecido y cambiado debido a nuestras experiencias en la escuela. Our experiences have made us the people that we are today, and we leave your memories of us as our legacy.
En el fondo del corazón, todos vamos a extrañar a Petaluma High School. Siempre recordaremos nuestra estancia aquí y llevar a nuestros recuerdos con nosotros por el resto de nuestras vidas. We will miss the time we have spent here at PHS, and we'll carry our memories for the rest of our lives.
Thank you and congratulations, class of 2013. Gracias y felicidades, clase de 2013.
Thank you, Evelyn and Monica. Now I'd like to introduce our ASB president, Mr. Brandon Garner, and our senior class president, Miss Madeline Barrera Crum.
Hello, class of 2013. Even though at times high school has seemed like our entire lives, it is now over, and we are ready to chase our dreams. To quote Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. As freshmen, we imagined this moment. We could not wait until this chapter of our life was complete. But as this day has approached, we are anxious about leaving, and we are not quite sure what the future has in store for us. Just 4 short years ago, we walked into high school as individuals. This high school has bonded us, and we have made friendships which will last a lifetime. We have many different passions and skill sets, and no matter what, we will always have one thing in common, and that is this school and what we have accomplished here together. We are one of the very few classes to have won the homecoming float competition 2 years in a row. Our sports teams have won several SCL and NCS championships, and good luck to our lacrosse boys who are competing at state right now. Our FFA program is one of the best in the nation, having won state and national awards in the areas of animal judging, ag mechanics, and public speaking competitions. Our music program has brought home several awards in drumline, marching band, and jazz band competitions. None of this would have been possible without all of us, the class of 2013, as well as the support from our families and the staff here at Petaluma High School. This past year, I have been honored to serve as your ASB president, watching all of us grow as individuals and as a class. Though a majority of our future is unknown, it is time for all of us to take the next step in our lives. And don't forget, if you don't stop and look around, you could miss it. Thank you.
Looking out at the sea of purple and white, it is easy to see what we all have in common. We are all graduates of Petaluma High School's class of 2013, and that is something to celebrate. At the same time, we have all taken different paths to get here, and this too is something to celebrate. While our paths and our interests are diverse, what connects us to each other are the shared memories and experiences which have been formed over the past 4 years. No two of us have had the same high school experience, but it is what we will remember that brings us together. Maybe we'll recall the chaotic color-coded day of freshman orientation, or perhaps the feeling of awe as we observed the seniors on campus, thinking we'd never be that old. Maybe we'll remember the annual Egg Bowl game, wildly cheering for our team, and many of us will never forget the day we lost our beloved teacher and tennis coach, and that feeling of emptiness as we walked into French class or onto the court. Perhaps we'll remember a teacher who inspired us, or the feeling of success at receiving a good grade or first place medal, or that voice telling us to make good working choices every morning. Today, we are creating the last memories of our high school career. There will never be a time in which we get to see everyone together like this again. All we will have left are these shared experiences, the threads that will forever tie us together. Just as we took different paths to get here, we will take different paths away from here. Some of us are staying closer to home, while others are traveling the world, enlisting in the military, going off to college, or launching their careers. But 25 years down the road, if we run into each other on the streets of Paris or Petaluma, our memories will be even that much more meaningful. Because as we someday look back on our high school years, we will realize how much of who we are was shaped by the experiences we shared together here at Petaluma High School. And that is something to celebrate.
I'd like to ask the senior members of the choir and band to resume your spots if you're not already there. Looks like you are. Oh, here they come. Go choir. And then I'd like to ask everyone to rise for the singing of our national anthem. Thank you, choir members and Director Elizabeth Robertson. I'd now like to introduce our two salutatorians who were so close in GPA we could not break the tie. Two former Mary Collins at Cherry Valley kids, it's Isabella Lemos and Sophie Payne.
Hi, everyone. Okay. High school holds a lot of expectations. As incoming freshmen, we all fantasized about what high school would be like. Cruel teachers who assign massive amounts of homework, popular kids who made life hell for the nerdy, weird kids, epic parties where the cops somehow never show up, and painfully awkward school dances. We expected growth, romance, entertainment, and maybe a little adversity. Looking back on high school, Looking back on high school, our expectations may have been slightly askew. There were not any massive food fights, despite the attempts by the freshmen this year. No evil popular girls got pushed in front of a bus, and I never threw my papers in the air on the last day of school. But some of you did yesterday, and congrats. However, there were a few unexpected events. We discovered we actually liked some of our teachers, such as the Miss Jenny Lunavis. Our football team was undefeated, and then it was not. We took notes on more PowerPoints than anyone should ever have to endure. And we even survived chemistry. Some of us made friendships we never thought possible. Some of us broke records in track or swimming. Some of us earned GPAs that made our parents very proud. And judging by the number of students I see making out in the hallways, some of us found a little romance too. But please stop doing that. Yeah, really, stop. We've been told that high school will be the best days of our lives, and that we must enjoy ourselves while we can. But truthfully, none of us want high school to be the highlight of our existence. While we should look back at high school with fond recollection, I sincerely hope that none of us remember high school as our glory days. I hope we can all go on to find more success, happiness, and things to be passionate about. However, just as we face challenges to get here today, we cannot expect our future achievements to come easily. With every desired victory, we should also expect failure and disappointment, which is a lesson I have recently learned. I started my senior year off having a teary panic attack in front of a then stranger, Miss Stoll, about how I would never get into college. I sobbed over my far from perfect SAT score and my very few community service hours. In that moment, I felt like I had not lived up to any of the expectations that I had set for myself. I was temporarily consoled, but when I received rejection letters from schools, I felt that I had failed in some way or another. Now, as I am officially graduating and planning to attend the college of my dreams, I see that those then big failures turned out to be mere obstacles. The thing is, our expectations rarely become our reality. Most likely, our futures will not be as we envision them today, just as we discovered in high school. While any unfulfilled dreams may seem like failures, they will lead us down new, unforeseen paths. And if we can accept these changes in our life plans, I believe our futures will prove far brighter than our expectations. And one final thing I would just like to say, as our prom DJ quoted for us, the great, wonderful Drake once said, "We started from the bottom and now we're here."
Woo! Thank you, Bella. All right, hello. Oh. All right. Most change in life is gradual. The days grow longer in summer, the seasons slowly shift, and we physically change. Our faces mature, our hair grows longer, and we slowly grow taller, though apparently some of us do not. These changes are hard to notice right away. They are hard to point out directly until after they have already happened. One second, we are basking in the wonderful summer sunshine, and the next, we are raking the orange and yellow leaves from our lawn. Graduating high school is different. It is sudden. We have spent 4 years working and growing and building relationships, and then it just comes to an end in an instant. It is like changing from sunshine to snow in a matter of seconds. It is perhaps the biggest change we have experienced in our lives. This change is not gradual. It is not slow. It is not steady. This change is enormous. For me, it means moving across the country to a place where I know no one and where the Red Sox are the team of choice. Giants fan for life. Woo! For others, the change is less drastic. It means having the ability to control your own schedule. It means not seeing the same people every day. And it means independence and freedom. As we step into a new part of our lives, one hopefully filled with fun and friendship and a little bit of fear, we are also embracing a new chapter, a new beginning. And this is our time. It is our time to explore new parts of the world, change our minds, have way too much fun, make lifelong bonds, fall in love, and mess up a lot along the way. It is a time to appreciate all our families, friends, and teachers have given us, and then to take those gifts and put them to use out in the real world. I know I will forever cherish the collection of Spanish songs Senor Bay showed me, as I now feel confident in showing off my eclectic music library. I know it will be useful having had Miss Tobin, as she showed me what it is to be scared senseless of a teacher, something I'm sure I'll experience again in college. And finally, I now know that crowd surfing is the only real way to accept an award, as our prom king Tom Healy made obvious. Though I have many a time complained about high school and the experience in its entirety, I cannot deny that these past 4 years have taught me a great deal. I also cannot deny that even with all the preparation, this change is still frightening. But, as Winston Churchill once said, there is nothing wrong with change as long as it's in the right direction. We are moving on to bigger and better things now, and no matter how scary it is also exciting. So, let's embrace it. Congratulations, class of 2013. We did it!
Well done, Bella and Sophie. I'd now like to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2013. It's Mr. Jordan French.
Cuttlefish. Let us not, dear friends, forget our dear friends the cuttlefish, which are not so unlike high school seniors. Largely nocturnal, competitive, motivated primarily by food and reproduction. That's a shout out to my boy Nate and his prom girl Allie. Irritable to the point of cannibalism if penned up together, and most importantly, able and willing to change. The Australian giant cuttlefish, my personal favorite, in particular resemble high school seniors, who, after spending a large portion of their lives in the familiar waters of their homes, must prepare to embark on a spectacular migration. Between the months of May and August, squabbling groups of cuttlefish, like so many high school seniors, come together to begin their journeys into stranger tides. As our shared high school experience comes to an end, we all face enormous changes, magnificent migrations. Some of us are migrating across the country and beyond, and some of us will be staying right here in Petaluma. But all of us are making the extraordinary shift into the adult world, into the real world. Such a change may seem intimidating, frightening even, but the truth is we all overcome seemingly overwhelming changes on a remarkably regular basis. We constantly adapt, like our beloved chameleons of the sea, to our ever-changing conditions. We've proven in our past migrations between social groups, schools, states, even countries, that we are able to take on change. As I, like so many of you, prepare to enter a new community, I reflect on my experiences as a young cuttlefish. Less than 2 years ago, I migrated across the country from the distant land of New York to our small town of Petaluma, California. At first, intimidated by so many new faces, I attempted to blend into my surroundings. I shied away from social interaction like a cuttlefish hides, motionless and silent from its predators. Over time, however, as I realized that my fellow cuttlefish here at Petaluma High School saw me as friends, not as food, I began to come out of hiding. I found means of expressing myself with eccentric displays, ranging from bow ties to Batman costumes. Over time, I have adapted to my new environment, one which I can now truly call home. I tell you this now, fellow students of Petaluma High, to tell you that you, too, can be a cuttlefish. Some of us, at first, may need to rely on camouflage to settle in and feel comfortable in our new surroundings. And that's okay, because over time, we can all embrace and adapt to change. Like an Australian giant cuttlefish, we can overcome great barriers and step out from our hiding spots. We can learn to express ourselves, to stand out colorful and unique against our new surroundings. We'll be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So, time to migrate.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, all of the students. Class of 2013, there are some diplomas behind me that are getting a little bit hot to handle, so we will get them to you in a moment. I will be very quick. First, I'd like to ask this class to thank some very important people. In the stands today are parents, your grandparents, family friends, brothers and sisters, and aunts and uncles and other relatives. Please applaud the people who have supported you for 13 years. Thank you again to all the students who have spoken today. Each of you have presented a perspective about what it means to go to school and what it means to graduate. But each of you, the members of the class of 2013, have your own perspective. Graduation is a collective experience, the thing we're doing now all together, but it is also fundamentally singular. You have done this work, Kanan Crone. You have paved this path, Dana Thompson. And you have learned and succeeded, Gustavo Seren Mendoza, and Justin Denneker, and Dan Dickinson, and Jackie Bouzard, and each and every one of you. I wish I could name you all, but each of you have done this on your own with support, but this is your diploma, this is your ride. There are almost 300 here who individually are about to march from this field into what I think is a brightening future. Compared to 2009, the year you entered high school, the economy is better, the opportunities are brighter and more plentiful. The task for you is to walk into that world and grasp those opportunities. The staff at Petaluma High believe you are ready. I briefly want to touch on one other element. During your senior year, each senior is asked to write about a teacher who made a difference in his or her life. This year, though she has been physically absent from our lives for almost 16 months, Madame Wadsworth received 11 of those letters. They were addressed to somewhere up there, heaven, the good place, and PHS North. Each letter spoke again to the critical difference Miss Wadsworth made in your lives. When the next school year rolls around, August 21st will be our first day of school. That day is also Madame's birthday. To commemorate the day, we will dedicate the soon-to-be spruced-up tennis courts in her name, thanks to the Wadsworth's family generous bequest. If you can, please join us that day for the ceremony after school. Also receiving letters this year were 3 PHS stars, Peggy Wiley, Stephanie Dietrich, and Mary Blakesley. Together, these 3 have more than 100 years of teaching experience. Thank you, Peggy, Mary, and Stephanie, for changing so many lives. Miss Wiley is not with us today because of a family emergency, and our thoughts go out to her and her family. But as these 3 teachers move into retirement, we will struggle mightily to fill their shoes. We will struggle, but we will find a way. We will find the ones who carry us and our future students forward. We will find the ones who will make the difference in the future lives of students. This fall will mark the 140th year of Petaluma High School. We are a proud institution, and now you seniors who leave us carry that legacy forward. Class of 2013, turn to the future, embrace the legacy of Petaluma High, and make your mark on the world. Let's get ready to graduate, you guys. I'd like to invite Superintendent Steve Bowman to come forward. Mr. Bowman, I'd like to present the Petaluma High School graduating class of 2013 and to certify that this class has met all the requirements stipulated by the Board of Education and the state of California.
Thank you, Principal Stewart. By the authority invested in me by the Petaluma City Schools Board of Education, I hereby accept the Petaluma High School class of 2013 for graduation. Congratulations.
I'd like to ask our board members and Petaluma High School faculty already here to assist with the presentation of diplomas.
Madeline Barrera Crum.
Kanan Crone.
Brandon Stephen Garner.
Nathan Andrew Kirk.
Isabella Lynn Lemos.
Bianca Aiden Kingwell.
Sophia Blakesley Payne.
Mohammed Khan.
Jordan Lauder French.
Emily Kears.
Evelyn Espinoza Carvajal.
Cody James Kenny.
Monica Jasmine Hernandez.
Angel Brian Juarez Enestrosa.
Tobias Arholtz.
Courtney Jones.
Manuel Alcazar.
Maria Baló López.
Janine Alfaro.
Kelsey Kingslow Longerbeam.
Cristian Ricardo Alfaro Chávez.
Stephanie Guadalupe Loma Saugan.
James Austin Allen.
Kiera Jane Lisama.
Tessa Mariah May Alvarado.
Sage Marie Libby.
Alisa Jolene Alvarez.
Catherine Grace Lysek.
Ever Aragon Garcia.
Nancy J. Steady Larson.
Victoria Marie Arrington.
Emily Marie Kavalheim.
Jordan Bachman Lynn.
Paulina Francis Maynez.
Andrew Bala Rasmussen.
Brian Michael Mayer.
Tonita Barajas.
Justin Adam Matthews.
Magali Barajas Contreras.
Adriana Laura Martinez Morion.
Gina Bridget Barnacle.
Andrew Paul Martinez.
Lucas John Bebervanso.
Callie Caitlin Marsh.
Lori Devere Bender.
Haley Rose Lynch.
Rio Bettinelli.
Jacqueline Ruth Lorm.
Corey Allen Biava.
Wendy Minacombe.
Emily Bird.
Brittany Eva Miller.
Elise Gabrielle Bonfilio.
Anthony Mendoza Suarez.
Cameron Claire Boone.
Emily Marie Mello.
Courtney Heather Booth.
Mercedes Yvonne Medley.
Nina Emily Brees.
Kaylee Christine Medley.
Emma Eileen Briggs.
Haley Marie Medeiros.
Bailey Ann Buer.
Kevin Taylor Mead.
John Henry Burbank.
Love it. Liel Montoya.
Adam Andrew Butler.
Sada Sophia Nikula.
Jacqueline Claire Buzard.
Christopher Raymond Nelson.
Hugo Isaac Caballero Ángeles.
Chase Adair Musoff.
William Calderon Gomez.
Daniel Joseph Murphy.
Jennifer Cano Ramirez.
Zaid Anton McGannum.
Griffin Pierce Carey.
Janelle Magdalene McGannum.
Jesus Carreño Ortiz.
Kimberly Lynette Moretti.
Sinaí Guadalupe Carreño Ortiz. Allison Taylor Ongaro. Joshua Carter. Bree Marie O'Keefe. Gustavo Cerón Mendoza. Mario Jorge Ojeda. Maxfield Chandler. Marissa Ann Odom. Stefan Rudolph Charles. Lindsay Rose O'Connor.
Logan Paige Cheney.
George Manuel Nunes. Manuel.
Caitlin Chipman.
Alex Donner Nazibian.
Lisette Cisneros.
Adriana Gloria Elena Nino.
Kieran David Clegg.
Wyatt Sterling Painter.
Kevin Miles Cochran.
Casey Carolyn Page.
Tyler Sean Colombo.
Marco Antonio Padilla.
Zane Thomas Cooper.
Zachary Gerald Overzet.
Caroline Julie Cordova.
Tiernan John O'Rourke.
Mariah Cortez Harvey.
Anthony Martin O'Rourke.
Clarissa Gabby Covarrubias.
Israel Ornelas Lozano.
Zachary Lynn Covington.
Caitlin Rose O'Neill.
Tawny Marie Cox.
Michaela Elise Pedler.
Madeline Crawford.
Kelsey Patrick.
Callie Marie Kreider.
Blake Alexander Patrick.
John Paul Crudo.
Sean James Parrott.
Jessica Saray Cruz Amador.
Kaylin Renee Peretti.
Taylor Ann Dardis.
Claire Kavanaugh Pareto.
Ricky DeCarli.
Lucas Balin Benkestak Perelius.
Lorick William Alexander Decker.
Joseph Palisano.
Angelica Delgado.
Regina Francis Posey.
Gigi Angela D'Elia.
James Graham Potts.
William Frank Dellinger.
Kevin William Potterack.
Justin Tyrell Denneker.
Alexis Ophelia Picorni.
Caroline Maylee Denegres.
Louise Piren.
Stephen James DeLello.
Isadora Josefina Pieratini.
Michael Scott Dillon.
Jessie Catherine Peterson.
Rebecca Morrow.
Marco Nicholas Paravolaris.
Rachel Morrow. Amy Michelle Ryder. Joanna Amy Dahl. Reyes Caballero.
Oh, Leslie.
Leslie Reyes Caballero. Ryan James Douglas. Jacob Telgard Register. Yana Dranet. Vincent Dominic Raffaelli.
Sorry. William Quinn.
Chase Philip Dunbar. Thomas William Quinn. Katie Rose Dunbar. Cole Pruitt. Corey Anthony Eccles. Elliot Arnold Preen. Stephanie Miranda Espinoza. Christopher Jacob Posey Swain. Ellie Figueroa. Hannah Irene Sartori. Brianna Marie Felipe. Joel Sandoval. Tessa Maria Finch. Gabriel Orion Sacker. Thomas James Franisevich. Christopher Neil Ryan. Kirby Rose Franklin. Brian David Rocha. Cafferty Aiko Fraterelli. Kyle Lloyd Roberts. Lauren Ashley Frowley. Luke Antimo Rivetti. Mark Antonio Fronja. Jake Larson Ridgway. Skylar David Gabony. Nico Siebers. All right, Seeger. No bad. Daniel Gallagher. Emily Seeger. Denise Garcia. Theodore Thomas Scranton. Christopher Daniel Garcia Trujillo. Amanda Leanne Scott.
Duncan Riley Garner.
Max Friedrich Schumacher.
April Garduno.
Maximilian Thomas Schmidt-Peterson.
Ryan Joseph Gifford.
Matthew Schaefer.
John Christopher Gilbert.
Jennifer Arlene Saxton.
Edgar Godinez Mendoza.
Tyler James Sloan.
Eric Gomez Cruz.
Jamie Marie Sipich.
Adrian Alexis Gonzalez.
Richard Gordon Robert Singleton.
Jazz Alexander Harold Gonzalez.
Andreas Oliver Silberman.
Juliana Gonzalez.
Kristen Allison Sibbald.
Mauricio Gopar.
Brett Ryan Short.
Jessica Cameron Gordon.
Richard Howard Sherman.
Aiko Bailey Grant.
Kyler Martin Sessi.
Sina Griffith.
Clay Henry Swanson.
Tobin English Gutermuth.
Veronica Miley Svinth.
Roxana Judith Gutierrez Martinez.
Magnolia Ray Steele.
Sierra Denise Eponine Haddock.
Samuel Edwin Sperling.
Karina Nicole Hale.
Jared Spilfogel.
Rachel Louise Hale.
Elmer Soriano Castellanos.
Rachel Elizabeth Harris.
Dominic Joseph Soares.
Amber Rose Harrison.
Braden David Smiley.
Matthew Michael Harrison.
Cassidy Mariah Thornhill.
Allison Elizabeth Hart.
Dana Marie Thompson.
Sierra Michelle Harvey.
Joseph Thompson.
Killian Paul Hassan.
Brenna Eileen Thompson.
Thomas George Healy.
Emma Patricia Thomason.
Alyssa Sophia Hagenbart.
Haley Alexis Tarka.
Joseph Dale Henry.
Casey John Talisfor.
Natalie Ann Herman.
Marie Madonia Seidman.
John Craig Herman.
Declan Connor Villa.
Angelica Hernandez.
Ivan Vergara.
Riley James Hernando.
Alicia Volem.
Ella Modesta Higgins.
Ashley Alexandra Urquhart.
Kelly Mackenzie Higgins.
Chantel Nicole Ulrich.
Heather Ann Higgs.
Emily Marie Tuck.
Scott Hilbert.
Courtney Diane Tuck.
Matthew Calvin Hill.
Alexander Tuck.
Jessica Sarah Hines.
Elena Sierra West.
Timothy Charles Hinkle.
Brady Jeff Wan.
Alex Ray Hofer.
Megan Michelle Walls.
Brandon Alexander Hogdahl.
Brandon James Wallace.
Bennett Drew Holden.
Nakia Keilani Walker.
Ian Christian Ingerson.
John Daniel Volpe.
Ryan Sakai Ishizu.
Kyla Villamore.
Elena Nicole J.
Tristan Arthur Zapadinsky.
Samuel Wyatt Gibson.
Janelle Kristen Winters.
Nathaniel Jewell.
Tatum Danielle Wilson.
Chase Dominic Johnson.
Kristen Carmel Willis Blue.
Sydney Renee Johnson.
Jacob Anthony Wilhite. Darian Wiles. Nicole Christine Weeks. Jacob Hans Joseph Wickman.
All right, we have a couple more things to do. First, I'd like to ask Madeline Barrera Crum to come forward to present our class gift.
It is my pleasure to announce that the class of 2013 will be donating $2,000 towards a new electronic marquee to be placed at the front of Petaluma High School. Benefiting students, parents, and community members alike, this marquee will display upcoming events happening here at Petaluma High. Thank you.
Thanks, Maddie. And will Brandon Garner please come forward for the tassel ceremony?
Class of 2013, you have satisfied all the requirements for graduation. You may now move your tassels from right to left.
'13, you are graduated.